they're dealing with injuries, but it's still 5-on-5, so you got to come out ready to play. I thought that our guys were ready today. We were focused. Their zone gave us trouble early in the game. We took some bad shots, ill-advised shots early in the game that kept them in it, and we didn't get to the offensive glass. Once we started the second half, and our offense was a lot smarter, and our rebounding was therefore a lot better, we were able to get separation and do what we should have done in this situation that SMU's in and been able to pull away from them. So one at a time for us. You just got to continue to try to get better. But it was nice to get a lot of guys minutes for us off the bench at this point in the season, to be able to get those guys some minutes. Hopefully that'll pay dividends for us down the road.
How important, you fell behind early, 5-0 I think, but how important was it to get that lead and take that crowd out, which is always a factor here?
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in that. Maybe it is, and I'm just naive. I don't believe, I believe they're 81-5 at home because their coaching and their talent, not their crowd. I mean, sure, that stuff's all fun, but I used to coach in the Big East. They used to ask me about going against Jim Boeheim, and I said, I'm a lot younger than him. If it was one-on-one, I was in my 30s. He'd laugh at me, so we become friends. My respect for him is off the charts, but I wasn't playing against him. The problem was he had 5 NBA players some of the times I played him. So, I'm just not a big believer in the crowd stuff. I think that players determine outcomes of games and coaching, and they've had both here. They just obviously right now are dealing with a lot of issues with their injuries.
Mick, talk about the defensive effort out there. Once again, you were able to take them out of their game and the press hurt them, obviously, and put a lot of pressure on them throughout.
Yeah, we try to be disruptive as much as we can. I thought we were soft early on. We only had 2 fouls with like 16 minutes left in the first half. So I didn't think our defensive energy was great in the first half. In the full court, and we picked up when we started scoring the ball a little bit more, and our deflection levels went up. It's whenever we get a piece of the ball in defense. But we try to be disruptive and try to take people out of what they're trying to do. I thought we did a really good job of guarding Ben Amelagout today. With their lineup, he needs to make a lot of shots for them to beat us, and we didn't let him get any clean looks from 3. Thought that was really important.
I guess 3 weeks left in the regular season, and clearly I know you guys want to win a conference title, but what do you think your team needs to do in these 3 weeks to be prepared and in prime for March?
You got to stay humble. That's the #1 thing, I think, for any team in our situation. I think if you lose sight of why you have the record you have and what it takes to win games, and you lose your humility, you'll lose your edge and you'll lose games in a hurry. So that's #1. Strategically, I think we got to continue to execute better on the offensive end. I think at the moment of truth, it happened. We played Houston. They made a lot of shots against us. We had to score 80 to win, and we were able to do it. Early in the year, now that was at home, but early in the year, we weren't able to do that against Xavier. So I think that's an area where we can continue to evolve on the offensive end.
You have 23. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, clearly, like you said, this was a different SMU team from last year. But last year, you guys came in here with the same exact record, the same winning streak. You lost that game. Was there any carryover from that, or is that kind of the past?
Yeah, no. Semi Ojale didn't run out there today. So and to be honest with you, I think if they'd have had all their guys, it would have been a totally different game. Even though we were able to play and win fairly handily, but at home, it would have been a different story today, I think, just because of who they are at home and the pride that they play with. So, yeah, we didn't make any shots. You got to make some shots at some point. We didn't shoot it great today, but we were able to. Once we started offensive rebounding, that's when the game changed.